Okay, shall I just try it out? Hopefully the view's okay, Lee. Can fit me in. Perfect. Hi everybody, how are you doing today? Welcome to today's Power Flow with me, Natalie. Please feel free to grab yourselves any props or anything that you might need. So if you have any yoga blocks or books, or if you want to take a cushion just to have nearby, then please feel free to do so, whatever you might need. And whilst we are waiting just for a moment or so, if there are any questions that you might have, or any kind of injuries or anything like that that you'd like to share, please feel free to share them in the chat box with us, and I will give you a little bit more guidance. If not, then absolutely fine. Please feel free to come and find a comfortable seated position to begin with. So however that might look for you, maybe you come to a cross-legged position, or you can always come to a kneeling position. Whatever feels best in your body. Just finding that comfortable seat for yourself. And again, here you can always prop your sit bones up on a cushion or a block if that helps to bring some length into the spine. And when you've found your comfortable seat, just closing down the eyes, starting to arrive in this space on this Sunday afternoon. And let's take a full breath in through the nose. Exhale to sigh it out of the mouth. Just releasing anything that no longer serves you. On the exhale, let's take another breath just like that, taking an inhale through the nose. Exhale, sighing it out. One more time, inhaling through the nose. And exhale to sigh it out. Beautiful. Allowing yourselves to ground a little bit deeper into your mats with every exhalation. And with every inhale, maybe you find a little bit more length through the spine, all the way through to the crown of the head. Breathing here. Just taking a few moments to get a sense of how you're feeling in your body, maybe in your mind, maybe energetically or emotionally this afternoon. Starting to arrive. It's really nice to take a few moments at the beginning to observe ourselves, to really get a sense of what might be going on for us, what we might need from our practice today. And starting to notice your breath. So maybe it's the first time you have brought your awareness to your breathing today. Just noticing the quality of the breath, where you can feel the breath in the body. Taking a few deeper breaths now. Starting to bring the breath a little bit deeper. If it helps you to feel into where the breath is going in the body, whether it's kind of more shallow or deeper, you can place one hand on the heart center, one hand above the navel, and just start to guide the breath down nice and gently to that lower hand. So imagine that the breath is going there. As you feel the hands above the navel rising on your inhale, and the body softens, the belly falls on the exhale. Beautiful, taking a few more rounds of breath in this way, starting to come a little bit deeper with the breath. And when you're ready, starting to turn the backs of the wrists to face forward, the fingers back to your body, so that we can take a few rocks forwards and backwards. Maybe we tuck the toes under this time. Starting to warm up through the backs of the arms, the wrists. Breathing here, taking a full breath and a full breath out. Beautiful. Coming back to center, we start to walk the hands around to the front. And we'll take a couple of cat-cows just to warm up through the spine this time. So as you inhale, start to shine the heart forward. Gentle arch in the spine. Exhale, rounding through the spine, belly button draws in. Inhaling as we come through, shining the chest. Exhaling to round. Taking a few more in your own time. So as you inhale, you come through, open through the chest. And as you exhale, pressing away from the ground, belly button draws in towards the spine. Beautiful, guys. Coming back to center. Let's tuck the toes under if we haven't already. And we'll start to hover the knees off of the mat. So really strong through the arms, pressing away from the ground, belly button draws in and up. Taking a breath here. And exhale to lower. Let's take it twice more. Inhaling to hover. Strong through the arms, pressing away from the ground. Exhale to lower. One more time. Inhaling to hover the knees. This time we send the hips up towards the sky for our downward facing dog. So coming to your first downward dog, just spreading through the fingers, pressing through to the knuckles. You can take a little walk out, pedaling through the feet. You can take a little twist of the spine if it helps here. Whatever movements feel nice for you and whatever you might need right now, just taking a little bit of movement guided by your own bodies. Taking a nice full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Starting to look towards the hands, and we'll tiptoe the feet to the backs of the wrists. So bringing the feet around hip width distance, taking a little bend in the knees, allow the upper body to hang heavy. And we can have the hands on the mat, or we can take opposite hand, opposite elbow. Maybe taking a little sway from side to side here. And noticing while we're here where the weight is in the feet. If it's in the heels, can we start to shift the weight forward slightly into the middle of the foot or into the front of the foot? Maybe we get a little bit of a deeper stretch. Beautiful. Taking one more breath and then releasing the hands down to the mat. Start to ground through the feet as we roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming up to standing. Shoulders roll up and back. And we keep the feet where they are, or we can toe heel the feet together. Big toes to touch. Beautiful. Let's start to close off the eyes here, palms facing forward. Setting our foundations for the practice this afternoon. So first of all, feeling the outer edges and the inner edges of the feet grounding down. Inner arches are lifting, creating that really strong connection with the ground beneath us. Inhale, start to activate the thighs, feeling the kneecaps lift. Inhaling, starting to activate the abdominals. As you exhale, maybe you start to draw the navel in and up, creating a concave feeling in the solar plexus. Inhale to roll the shoulders all the way up to the ears, back and down the body. Bringing that chin parallel to the mat, lengthen through the back of the neck. And let's take a full breath here together, uniting the group, taking an inhale through the nose, and an exhale through the nose. Coming into your Ujjayi breath now if you have it, or simply breathing in and out of the nose, blinking the eyes open. Have a beautiful practice this afternoon, guys. Let's take an inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, folding down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale brings you to halfway lift, opening through the chest. Exhale, plant the hands and we step the right foot back behind us. Coming to our low lunge here. So let's just move a little bit forwards and backwards to really deepen into this pose, opening through the hips. Option to lower the back knee, otherwise ground down through the right hand. Inhale, left arm reaches high, taking a little twist to begin. Exhale, left hand comes back. Inhale, this time the right arm reaches. Full breath in and a full breath out, releasing down. Stepping back to high plank. Option to lower the knees, otherwise spreading through the fingers, pressing away from the ground, belly draws in and up, taking an inhale here. On your exhale, lower knees, chest and chin, coming into a tiny little back rise all the way up. Exhale, take straight back down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, this time step the left leg back behind you, option to lower the knee. Starting to open through those hips a little bit here, maybe taking a little rock forwards and backwards. Inhale, this time right arm reaches first, taking that gentle twist. Exhale, right hand back. Inhale, the left arm reaches. Strong through the abdominals here. Exhale, left hand comes back, press it through to a high plank. Taking a full breath here, pressing away from the ground. Exhale, can you draw those heels back a little bit further so that you feel that stretch all the way down the legs. Exhale, option to lower knees, chest and chin all the way down to your mats. Slither through little cobra. This time option to hover the arms. We squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back as we inhale to lift. Exhaling to lower. Beautiful, pressing back to your downward facing dog. For 5 breaths here. Taking a full breath into the body for 1. And a full breath out. Inhaling for 2. Strong through those arms, pressing away from the ground. Exhaling. Inhaling, full breath in for 3. Exhale for 3. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 4. One more deep breath here. Belly button draws in and up. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale. Beautiful, guys. Take a look between the hands and we either step or hop the feet to the top of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale brings you straight back down. Staying with that breath. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to plant the hands and we step both feet back this time. Coming straight to our high plank. Option to lower through the knees or we take it down through a full chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog this time. Thighs and knees lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. 5 breaths here, really starting to build some heat in the body. Exhale. Inhaling for 2. Exhaling for 2. Remember, you can always come down to child's pose at any time. Exhaling for 3. Inhaling, full breath in for 4. And a full breath out for 4. One more breath here. And an exhale. Beautiful. Starting to look towards the hands. And we either step or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale takes you straight back down. Really working with our breath. Inhale to halfway. Exhale, plant the hands and either step or hop the feet back through your chaturanga, your variation. Inhaling, cobra or upward facing dog. Broaden across the collarbones here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. 5 breaths. Or we can lower down to our child's pose at any time. Exhale that breath out. Inhaling for 3. Exhaling for 3. Full breath in for 4. And a full breath out for 4. And a final breath here. Exhale, slow breath out. Starting to look towards the hands. Step or hop the feet to the top of your mats. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to the sky. Let's take it through one more time. Exhale, forward folding. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop the feet back through your chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. So your option is to stay in downward facing dog for your 5 breaths, or if you're coming with me, on your inhale, start to ripple the body forward to your high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga, so we're coming halfway. Inhale to upward facing dog. And then start to bend through the arms, tucking the toes under, come back to your low plank. Exhale, press up to your high plank, and send the hips high, downward facing dog. Let's take it 2 more times. Inhale, rippling the body forward. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tucking the toes, bending through the arms, pressing up to your high plank, and sending the hips high for downward facing dog. One more time if you're coming with me, rippling forward. Exhale, lowering down. Inhaling in your chest. Full breath in your forward fold. Full breath out, hands interlaced. One more breath. On your exhale, maybe you can deepen. Beautiful, taking your final breath here. Interlacing the fingers behind your back. Exhale, hands release down. Plant the hands and we either step or hop the feet back through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really nice, guys. So in our downward dog this time, starting to walk the feet together. Take an inhale, sweep the right leg high. And as you exhale, draw the right knee to the right upper arm. Inhale, stand the right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee taps left upper arm. Inhale, right leg reaches. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Inhale, right leg reaches high. And this time, stepping the right foot in between the hands. Coming to this low lunge position again. Let's take an inhale this time, starting to lift through the arms and the upper body. Come to your high crescent lunge. Take an inhale here. Strong through the feet, through the legs. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Step it back through your chaturanga. Option to keep that right leg lifted. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really nice. Let's take an inhale, sweep the left leg high. Exhale, left knee taps left upper arm. Squeeze it up. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, left knee taps right upper arm, twisting through the body. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale again, take it high. 3-legged dog. Exhale, step that left foot in between the hands. Inhale, rise, high crescent lunge. So we're high on the back of the back foot. The heel is lifted. Let's take one more breath. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Step it back, option to take your chaturanga with the left leg lifted. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, take your breath here. In your downward facing dog, or you can lower down to your child's pose, whatever feels best for you. And we're here for 3 breaths. So let's take 2 more breaths wherever we are. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful, one more breath. And a full breath out. starting to look towards the hands. We step or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, folding down, Uttanasana. Inhale, reaches the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful, let's take a breath here. Inhaling, full breath in. Resetting with the breath. Exhale, full breath out. Really nice. Let's take an inhale, taking that deep bend in the knees, sweeping the arms, coming back to our chair. Utkatasana. Belly button draws in and up, lengthen through the spine. And this time maybe we can sit a little bit deeper, starting to hover the belly over the thighs. Draw the belly button in and up, creating that concave feeling. Taking one more breath, maybe become a little bit lower, squeezing those inner thighs together. On your exhale, diving forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Beautiful. Option to again, interlace the fingers behind the back if that feels good. You might feel that nice opening across the chest, or you can take opposite hand to opposite elbow behind the knees or the shins. Deepening in every exhalation. Full breath in, lengthening, and a full breath out to deepen. Beautiful, guys. One more breath. Inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to deepen. When you're ready, releasing the hands down, inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop the feet back through your chaturanga, or you can come straight to downward facing dog. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, really nice. Bringing those feet together at the back of your downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg high. Exhale, right knee taps right upper arm. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee taps left upper arm. Inhale to reach the right leg in the foot. Step it back through your chaturanga. Option to keep that left leg lifted. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really nice. Option to stay here in our downward dog, or we can lower it down to our child's pose. Breathing wherever you are. We're here for 3 breaths. Coming back into the breath, slowing the breath down. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling for 2. Exhaling for 2 wherever you are. One more breath. You're doing great, guys. And a full breath out. When you're ready, coming back to meet in your downward facing dog. If you're not already, start to look towards the hands and we step or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway. Exhale, folding down. This time we're going to start to toe heel the feet out to the outer edges of the mat. Start to sit down into our malasana, our yogi squat. So maybe we take a little bit of movement from side to side, really opening up through the hips here. Beautiful. When you're ready to come back to center, using your elbows a little bit here, maybe you open your knees a little bit wider. What I want you to think about doing is grounding down through the feet, all edges of the feet. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs, and as you inhale, start slowly move to standing, engaging as we go. As you exhale, start to slowly make your way back down. Drawing the knees out to the sides, squeezing those glutes as we lower. Beautiful, let's take it one more time. Inhaling to rise nice and slow. And exhaling, lowering back down as slowly as you can, engaging as you lower. Beautiful. Now our option is to stay here for 3 breaths, or we can come into our crow pose, so taking the hands nice and wide, bending through the knees, knees come up to the backs of the arms. We take it there, or we stay in our malasana yogi squat. One more breath wherever you are. full breath in. And a full breath out. Beautiful. When you're ready to, we're going to step back through our chaturanga or straight to downward facing dog. Your choice. Inhale, opening across the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take an inhale, we're going to sweep that right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale, rise, high crescent lunge. Exhale, this time opening out, warrior two. So getting yourself nice and set up in your warrior two. Coming a little bit deeper if you can. On your inhale, we're going to start to lengthen that front leg. Exhale to bend. 2 more times. Inhaling to lengthen. Engaging the glutes, engaging the thighs. Exhale to bend. Belly button lifting. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to bend. Beautiful. Take your next inhale, flip the right palm. As you exhale, reverse your warrior. Lift and lengthen through the right side of the body. Take 1 more breath here. And on your exhale, right hand comes back behind you to meet the left. Interlace the fingers. Start to open across the chest. You can always walk that right foot out to the side a little bit. Take another full breath, lifting and lengthening. And as you exhale, start to draw the body forward. Right shoulder comes to the inside of the right leg. Drawing that head towards the ground, fist towards the sky. Inhaling. Exhale. 1 more breath, really grounding down through the feet. And exhale that breath out. Beautiful, guys. Inhale. Use your abdominals to help you lift. Come back to your warrior two. Inhale, flip the right palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. This time as you exhale, right forearm comes to right thigh. Inhale, the left arm reaches alongside the ear. So we're coming to our extended side angle. Maybe we stay here for another breath, just to deepen into the 1 more breath. Beautiful, exhaling. Bringing both hands down to frame that front foot. And we're going to step the left foot in a little bit. So we're bringing the stance a little bit shorter here. Front foot faces forward, and we want to turn the left toes in a little bit as well, so that we can square off the hips. Coming to our pyramid pose. So options, take blocks either side if you want a little bit more support. If you want to take a variation with the arms, you can interlace the fingers behind the back. Take an inhale to lengthen. And as you exhale, folding the body forward. Drawing that right hip into the body, the left hip draws forward. And we're folding in our pyramid. Start to really press down through the ball of the right foot. This might help you to balance a little bit more, grounding through the feet. Let's take 1 more breath here. And a full breath out. Beautiful, releasing the hands down to the ground. Step that left foot back behind you. I'm going to lower the back knee. Inhale, reach the arms all the way to the sky. Maybe we come out with this a little bit first. Start to engage the left thigh. As you exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, roll the shoulders, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, left upper arm comes to your right thigh. So we're taking a twist here. Option then is to tuck the back toes under. If you want to take a little bit of a lift, make it a little bit stronger. Option to yawn the arms open, or you can take a bind if you have it. Wherever you are, let's take another full breath, squeezing those inner thighs together. When you're ready, on your exhale, hands come down to frame the foot, sweeping that right leg all the way up and back, three-legged dog. This time you can take a little bend in the knee, start to open across the hips, squeezing the right foot towards the glutes. And your next variation, just an option, is to pivot over into your wild thing, taking that right leg all the way up and over, reaching that right arm high, and really opening through the chest. Wherever you are, taking another full breath. And a full breath, we start to come back around to our three-legged dog. Beautiful. Option to take a chaturanga if you have it, or coming straight back to your downward facing dog. Your choice, guys. Wherever you are, breathing nice and deep. Coming to meet in your downward facing dog. When you're ready. Really nice, guys. So option to stay here in your downward facing dog, or we can start to come down to our dolphin pose. So lowering the forearms down to the ground. Again, option to come down to child's pose if you would prefer. But otherwise, coming to your dolphin, really strong through the arms, pressing away from the ground. If you want to challenge yourself, you can walk the feet in a little bit closer, trying to get those hips a little bit further over the shoulders. You can take one leg high. If you're taking one leg high, maybe take the right leg this time. Whatever variation works for you. Breathing wherever you are. And taking between 3 or 5 breaths if you've come into your dolphin pose. Really starting to strengthen. Beautiful, guys. So option then is to come down to your child's pose when you've taken as many breaths as you'd like to. Take a nice wide stance with the legs if it feels good, reaching those hands forward. Forehead comes down to the mat. Beautiful, guys. If you want to make it a little bit more active, you come up onto the fingertips in your child's pose. Maybe you can feel a little bit more of a stretch through the armpits, length through the spine. Really nice. Taking another full breath here. Really starting to reset with your breath before we take it on the opposite side. And again, the most important thing is our breath, so we really want to be aware of what's going on with our breath throughout the practice if we can. Beautiful. Starting to come to your downward facing dog when you're ready to, guys. On your inhale, sweep that left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands, and we inhale, rise to a high crescent lunge. Exhale, opens us out, warrior 2. Let's take a breath here. Tucking under the tailbone, just making sure we're not sticking out and arching through the spine. Let's take an inhale, start to lengthen the front leg. Exhale to bend. Inhale to lengthen. Exhaling to bend to your warrior. Inhale one more time, lengthening. And exhaling to bend, nice and deep. Beautiful. Inhale to flip the left palm. Exhale to reverse your warrior. Let's stay here for a breath, starting to feel that length all the way up the left side of the body, grounding down through that back foot, and then start to draw the left hand back behind you. Meet with the right, start to open across the chest. Again, you can take that left foot out to the side a little bit, take an inhale to lengthen, drawing the fist down towards the ground, and as you exhale, pivoting forward, come to your humble warrior on the left side. Still grounding down through to the back edge of the back foot. So we're really using both legs, really strong here. As you exhale, maybe we walk that back foot in slightly, shortening our stance as we prepare for triangle pose. So we reach as far forward as we can over that left leg. Exhale, left hand to the inside, right arm reaches high. Coming to your Trikonasana. Full breath in here. And a full breath out. Can you start to activate the abdominals here? Maybe making that left hand a little bit lighter. One more breath. And then if you want to challenge yourself, maybe you start to lift that left arm alongside the left ear. One more breath here. Exhale. Full breath out. Beautiful. Start to take the hands down to frame the foot at the front. Step that right leg in a little bit. And just making sure you've got enough room for your hips here. So squaring off the hips. Again, taking whatever variation works for you. So you can stay here in your halfway lift. You can come all the way up. You can take reverse prayer this time, or you can stick with interlaced fingers behind the back. Take an inhale to lengthen. And as you exhale, folding forward. Drawing that left hip back into the body. The right hip draws forward. So we're squeezing those inner thighs together, even though they're not together. Taking another full breath, lengthen through the spine. Exhale to fold. Final breath here. Really pressing down through the feet, helping us to balance. Exhale. Beautiful. Start to bring those hands down to frame the front foot, step it back. Step that right leg back, lowering it down onto your mats. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center. And again, rolling the shoulders up and down, and then lengthening through the spine before we twist. Right arm comes to the outside of the left thigh this time. And we can stay here, squeezing those inner thighs together, or you can tuck the back toes, maybe lifting the knee. Take an inhale here, option yawn the arms open, or you can take it into your bind, whatever feels best for you. Taking another breath here, and a full breath out. One more breath, and a full breath, beautiful. Bring those hands back down to frame the front foot, sweeping the left leg all the way up and back, three-legged dog. This time taking a bend, so we're opening the hips out this time. Maybe starting to squeeze that left foot towards the glute. And again, your option is to stay here. This is a really nice hip opener. Otherwise, pivoting all the way over to a wild thing. Left arm comes high, opening through the chest. Beautiful, guys, lifting those hips a little bit higher maybe. One more breath. And a full breath out. Nice, pivoting your way all the way back around to your three-legged dog. And then again, you can come forward, take it through your chaturanga if you would like to, otherwise staying in your downward dog. Full breath in, and a full breath out. And you have the same options here, so either coming down to your child's pose, staying in your downward facing dog, or lowering the forearms down to your dolphin. And if you had the right leg lifted in your dolphin last time, then maybe you lift the left leg this time. Whatever variation you took on the other side. Beautiful, guys. Full breath in, and a full breath out. Let's take 2 more breaths wherever you are, if you can. Exhale. And a final breath here. Exhale that breath out. Start to lower down to your child's pose. A nice well-deserved child's pose. Reaching those arms forward. And in your child's pose this time, what I want you to do is to walk the hands over to the right side of the space. And if you want to feel a little bit more of a stretch, maybe take that left hand on top of the right. Feeling the stretch down the left side of the body. Breathing here. Notice if the left hip is starting to lift. Can you draw that left hip back down towards the heel? One more breath. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale, walking the hands back through your center. Exhale over to the left side. Maybe that right hand comes on top of the left. Stretching through the right side of the body this time. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Hopefully it feels like a nice stretch. One more breath. Notice if that right hip is starting to lift. Can you draw that down towards the heel? Beautiful. Inhaling back through to center. Really nice. Exhale, start to come back to your downward facing dog. And this time start to look towards the hand. Using your breath in your forward fold. Paschimottanasana. Your seated forward fold. To help you to deepen. So reaching as far forward as you can. Melting the heart down, but reaching the crown of the head forward rather than down. So we're really lengthening and folding, keeping that length through the spine, keeping a little bit of openness through the chest so that we're not kind of rounding too much. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, feel the length. Exhale, folding a little bit deeper. 1 more breath, keeping those feet active if you can. Exhale to fold. Beautiful. Taking your next inhale, we'll start to lift that upper body back up. Bringing the hands either side of the hips again, coming to our Dandasana here. Take a full breath in, and then we start to walk the hands just a little bit further back than the hips, tiny bit wider than the hips, bringing the soles of the feet onto the mat, around hip width distance. Inhale, start to open through the chest, draw the shoulder blades back together behind you. Press through the hands, press through the feet, and as you inhale, start to lift the hips off of the ground. So you might feel a nice stretch across the shoulders here as well as we squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back, engaging our glutes to help us lift. As you exhale, lowering the hips down. Let's take it 2 more times. Inhale as we lift through the hips, open across the chest, engaging the abdominals. Exhale to lower. 1 more breath, inhaling through. And exhaling to lower. Really nice. And then we start to take the soles of the feet together, close to the body if you can. Allow the knees to drop out to the sides. To whatever level feels best for you. You can always use the elbows to help you to open through the legs, open through the hips. And from here we want to inhale, again keeping this openness through the chest, length through the spine. Inhaling here, and then you can start to fold a little bit if it feels good to. Again, trying not to round and close off the chest. Keeping length. Imagine that the crown of the head is drawing forward rather than down. Taking another full breath. Maybe closing off the eyes here if it feels good to. Really taking your gaze inwards. And especially in these deeper stretches, it can be really useful to use your breath even more. Using the exhale to help you to deepen into your pose. So taking 1 more breath. Inhale, feel that length. Exhaling, coming a little bit deeper, only if it feels good to. Beautiful. Inhale as we start to lift through the spine. This time bringing the knees together. Coming into our boat pose, Navasana, before we start to lower down onto our backs. So option to bring the legs so that the shins are parallel to the mat, maybe the fingertips come down. Again, we're keeping with that theme of openness through the chest, length through the spine. Option to take the arms alongside the legs. Option to straighten the legs out if you want a little bit more challenge. Engaging through the abdominals, pointing through the toes as we really strengthen through the legs. Take another full breath here. Exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling. Beautiful. On your next breath, we're going to start to slowly lower down with as much control as we can. You can either lower all the way down or you can hover at the bottom with me. Hovering the shoulders and the legs off the mat. Maybe we take the hands to heart center and then we start to kick out the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Smile and swimming the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Lowering all the way down. Really nice, guys. So this time taking the soles of the feet onto the mat. Bring the soles of the feet around hip width distance. Allow our arms to come long so that we just tickle the backs of the heels with our middle fingers. And we start to press down through the feet. Press through the hands, and as you inhale, squeezing the glutes, starting to lift the hips off of the mat. You can always interlace the fingers underneath the back. Maybe start to walk the shoulder blades towards one another. Really full breath in and a full breath out. Really nice, guys. Maybe challenging yourself to stay for 5 breaths if you can. Seeing as we're quite warm, hopefully. When you're ready to, in your own time, you're going to bring yourself back down. This time you can draw the knees into the chest, maybe drawing the forehead towards the knees. Maybe taking a little rock from side to side. Really massaging out through the lower back. And then start to draw the shoulder blades down towards the ground. You can either have the arms long or you can have cactus the arms. Take an inhale to lengthen, and as you exhale, start to allow the knees to drop to the right side of the space. Maybe your gaze comes to the left side, grounding down through both shoulder blades. If you want to take it a little bit deeper in your twist, you can always cross that right knee over the left knee, and this helps to create more of an opening if that's what you would like. Just listening to your body though. And wherever you are, let's take 2 more breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. 1 more breath, full breath in, really guiding it down towards those lower lungs as we did at the beginning of class. Exhale. Really nice, guys. Take an inhale, we're going to start to draw the knees back into the center line. Squeeze them in towards the chest. Take an inhale here, and your exhale takes the knees to the other side. So the left side if you're following me. Maybe the gaze comes to the right side, or wherever feels best for your neck. Take a full breath here. And again, if it feels good to you, you can always cross that left knee over the right knee. Opening a little bit deeper into this twist. Inhaling 2 more breaths. Exhaling as we twist. These are really nourishing poses, twists, especially when we are breathing quite deeply. Exhale. Beautiful. Taking your inhale, draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug, really well-deserved hug. And I really want to invite you to take any other movements that might feel good for you. We're going to come down to our Shavasana now, but if you do want to take an inversion of your choice, if that's what you like at the end of your practice, then you can feel free to do so. Otherwise, when you're ready to, in your own time, starting to make your way to your Shavasana. Allowing the feet to become a little bit heavy out to the sides. Allow them to drop out to the sides. Separating the shoulder blades behind you so that you feel that there's space and length in the back body. Maybe taking a gentle tuck of the chin into the chest, lengthen through the back of the neck. And then closing down the eyes. Let's take a full breath in through the nose. And exhale to sigh it out. Releasing, melting down. With your exhalation, let's take it 2 more times. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out to release. Feel yourself becoming heavier with every breath. 1 more full inhale through the nose. And exhale to sigh it out. Relaxing down, releasing everything. Beautiful. And let's take a few moments here in our Shavasana. Really feel the physical body melting further and further into your mats. Releasing the control over the breath. Releasing any muscular tension that you might feel if you can. Just allowing yourself to melt deeper and deeper, becoming heavier and heavier. Really taking these next few moments completely for relaxation, rejuvenation, surrendering, and feeling really supported by the earth beneath you. You can slowly start to make your way back up to a comfortable seated position, closing down the eyes when you get there, drawing the hands together at heart center. And let's take a moment to come into gratitude for ourselves, for our bodies, for our breath, and for taking the time to come onto our mats this afternoon. Thank you so much for practicing with me, guys. Together we say namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. If you would like to ask any questions, or if you have any comments about anything, please feel free to pop them in the chat box. I'll be around for a few minutes or so after class, so I'm more than happy to chat to you on there. If not, then I really hope to see you again soon, back on the mats. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Namaste.